Hi guys, welcome back to the Break Room Podcast. It's really great to be back. Sorry I've been absent for the last couple of weeks. I actually had a couple of conventions back to back. I was in South Padre Island, Texas for Bonsai Con, and then very next week was New York Comic Con. And I did that from Thursday through Sunday. Did 3 after parties in 2 nights. Yeah, it was fucking wild, but it was a lot of fun, and we're going to delve more into the Comic-Con stories this episode. But I kind of wanted to start it off. Joe and I actually got together earlier today, and we decided to go shopping at Walmart because sometimes they have some goodies there.
Go a little old-fashioned toy hunt.
And,
Nope, never hurt anybody.
We had a short little toy hunt, and we ended up scooping some of these Superpowers figures here, which are pretty cool. I'm not a fan of the dark side that they chose for this line because it's a new 52 design, and I'm a sucker for the old school. But this looks like an old school Superman figure. I was really impressed. And then I like the Batman figure. If I had any critiques, I would have hoped that it was the brighter blue with the yellow oval Batman signal.
I agree with that. I just think that the box art on these just puts me to a time where I was just so happy about going to the toy store and getting a toy. Like, the box art on those is just absolutely amazing.
It does look very retro.
So good.
What's funny, though, is that if you look at the little Batwing that they sell, it actually does have the yellow oval logo. So it's strange that they made the Batman.
It was $30. I was going to get it, but not for $30.
And then I scooped a couple extras. Joe ended up scooping the Dark Side figure. He didn't bring it in, though. But I actually got this. This is the Baroness from G.I. Joe. The box is pretty fucked up. It's a shame.
Open it.
But I'm gonna open it. So
unboxing live.
You want me to unbox it right now before I show off my last toy?
Bear shit in the woods.
All right, let's do it. So we're gonna open the Baroness because I feel less bad about opening this because I really love the retro packaging on this new line.
Yeah.
But what I was a big fan of is the fact that they made the Baroness come alone on a single card. This is the first 6-inch Baroness that they released that didn't come with the motorcycle. But you really don't need the motorcycle. She really wasn't on a motorcycle much in the show. I mean, she was, but she comes with this sick-ass fucking sniper rifle and stuff.
Sniper Wolf.
And
looks like Sniper Wolf.
The figure is gorgeous. I mean, I'm not going to simp over an action figure, but facially, she looks amazing.
Pull it back a little bit.
I don't know if you can see her really, really well. She's got good articulation and stuff. The armor is really sick. Makes me miss trooping with my my finest members. I used to be I'm still an active member. I just haven't cosplayed as Sergeant Slaughter in a while. But I'm a Sergeant Slaughter cosplayer for the Finest. It's a G.I. Joe cosplaying group. And I met those guys back in 2013, and we've been friends ever since. And it's just been a lot of fun pretending to be a G.I. Joe with them. And it's really cool because this Baroness figure actually has holsters in the back for her 2 pistols. And we'll stick those back there. And then she's got her signature glasses here. So we're going to give her the complete look here.
So, Rob, where are you going to keep that?
I'm gonna probably display her on one of my my shelves here, and I've been considering, and now that I've opened her, and I've opened this can of worms, I have an extensive collection of the 6-inch G.I. Joe figures,
You fucking have everything.
and I think I might open them because I have them all in the boxes, and it's like
Make sure you're on fucking video before you do anything.
what am I doing with all these toys if I'm not going to enjoy them in any way? It's like, if I can't sell them,
So real quick, do not adjust your cameras. This is actually me sitting next to Chris for the first time ever. This isn't an audio.
Not that we've never wanted to sit next to each other.
No, I
It's
could just
never
kick the
worked
shit
out.
out of you now if you say something stupid.
Now I'm right here to look you in the eye and tell you in
that's
your
a
face.
bad chick with a fucking bad weapon. Look at that.
Fuck Shawn Michaels.
Cool.
There you go.
There you go. She's
take it
a
back.
little difficult to stand, but that's why I'm grateful that they give you a stand for her.
So, Rob, one of the comments we have here is from the Mind as Infinity Space, my guy. He said, and I already know what the answer is going to be. It's not even going to take him a millisecond to answer. What was your favorite childhood movie?
Star Wars.
I knew it.
Yeah.
It's like
Look at that.
instantaneous.
Look at that. Can you see her in the camera, Chris?
The focus
Face
point
is-
is actually
face
like
is
your
blurry,
face,
yeah.
so it's the
There you go.
Look
yeah.
at that. She looks pretty badass.
That's awesome.
I
Now
like
you definitely
that.
have to open up the rest of them for sure.
Well, I have Destro right at the top of the steps of my attic. So
yeah.
And then this is the last scoop that I got. I was really
nice, too.
nostalgic for this. This is called Roton, and this is from the Masters Universe toy line. And the reason why I wanted to get this is because I actually had this as a kid.
the fuck is it?
So it's a vehicle from the He-Man toy line, and used to be it had
Looks
like
like
wheels
a
on
fucking
the bottom.
paramecium
And
or
when
something.
you rolled it along the ground, it's almost like a spider kind of thing, but it's got spikes around it. It's like a buzzsaw, and like it would click and make like a sound as you
you're gonna
dragged it
open
along
that?
the floor. So I'm gonna open up this one, and I always found this. I mean, they made like an exact polar opposite.
Rob,
of
show
what
off
was
the
called
sticker
Stridor.
in the top of that where it shows the 40th anniversary sticker.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
love that
pretty
they
cool.
do that.
Yeah,
I love that they do that.
and they put some of the classic art on the back there. You can see it's pretty cool. I think that's part of the greatest part of their selling points was that they had some really great art for He-Man.
And they came with a comic.
That
came with
box
the
looks like it's in
comics.
good condition.
Actually the box is fucked up, and so are all the other boxes in the store. It's all
Fucking
beat
Walmart,
up.
dude. Jesus
So that's
Christ.
why I'm like, you know what? I almost prefer that the box is fucked up because now I feel
You definitely have to open
less
it.
bad about opening it. You know,
Yeah.
like all these like superpower figures are in like pristine cards. I'm like, do I open it? Do I
Yeah,
not?
but the cards are what make those figures. Like I kind of want to open them too. I was thinking about getting 2 of them, but those cards for me are just like so
I gotta
iconic.
dig up my original Superman because I found his cape after all these years.
Very
God,
retro looking. I like that.
I love the retro stuff. In fact, I got the retro style 6-inch superpower figures that they came out with a couple of years back. I
Right,
ended
right,
up getting
right,
Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
Those
from
are
that
done
line.
by McFarlane though.
Yeah, and they were neat though. I never opened them. But going back to Comic-Con, so I did Bonsai Con, which is in South Padre Island, Texas.
Yeah, how was
as I
that trip?
mentioned, that was a lot of fun. I got to say, it was my first time in Texas. Finally got to try Whataburger, and I had some authentic tacos from a really good place. I partied it up every night. I don't know where the energy came from, but I ended up befriending a lot of the voice actors from the OG Dragon Ball Z. I became friends with Bulma and Kid Goku, and ended up becoming Kid Gohan's voice actor. They had Frieza. They had Majin Buu. They had Hercule. They had a bunch of other anime voice actors and actresses, some casting directors and whatnot. They even had one of the K-pop groups there, which was kind of cool. I felt bad, though. It was one of their birthdays, and somebody had bought them a cake, and they weren't allowed to eat it because they were on a strict diet.
Fuck a diet.
I ended up
At least they stuck to it, huh?
going viral 2 weekends in a row because I actually
Gave the
had
Dominator.
I hit the Dominator on a wrestler. So here's a funny backstory to that
Damn.
video for people who have seen the video but don't really know what the hell is going on. Originally, the idea was that I was supposed to fight the chicken at a wrestling match at this convention, but the chicken suit never arrived. And then when it rains, it pours. The fucking ring that we're supposed to fight in breaks 2 matches before my match. So we weren't even able to fight in the ring. So we ended up having to improvise and do it around. So it really lends a credit to a lot of these wrestlers because you don't realize what goes on behind scenes to try to plan the shit and make sure that it's a flawless execution. Because you can have this whole plan and then something like that happens and you have to adapt. The show must go on.
Right.
So,
So, Rob, if you could, too, explain what a Dominator exactly is.
So a
because it's a
Dominator is where you
variation-
kind of like bend the
variation of a
person
power
over
bomb.
and like they're facing you and like you have them like here and you kind of lift them up onto your shoulder and you keep them there and then you flip them back down and the idea is that they're supposed to smash their whole front of their body on the ground. And
It's like a power bomb, but
it
instead
was
of dropping
made
them on their
famous by
back-
Ron Simmons, aka Farouk.
Damn.
in WWF. Now it's WWE, and I don't know. I just like that move. I felt like it was just an easy one for me because I'm a tough. I'm pretty strong considering I don't really work out like that. And I was
Got
able
that
to get the
farmer
guy
strength.
up because he wasn't very heavy at all. It was
Love
like
the Dominator. It's a
lifting
great
like a
move.
feather. And they got a few good angles of it. They said when they get a full match, they're gonna send me the footage, so that would be a lot of fun. And I was supposed to like stop the bad guy from like hitting the tag team guy that was supposed to help me out, and I was supposed to just like throw him out of the ring, and I was like, that's kind of boring. Like I want to hit him with a wrestling move. That'll really pop the crowd, because these kids, let me tell you, they were like swarming me. These kids were so
There was
excited.
one
to
kid's
see.
face that was fucking epic.
Like
when
even
you-
before the match,
remember
like
that
just
for the rest
walking
of their
around,
lives.
like I wanted to like make it an interactive experience, because I'm a gimmick character in this wrestling show. So I'm walking around and I'm high fiving all the people in the front row and whatnot, and waving to everybody, and the kids are swarming me. I felt like Indiana Jones at the end of Temple of Doom when he's just surrounded by all the kids.
Those kids will remember that for the rest of their lives.
But it was
dude.
so much
Fucking A.
fun, and I ended up we executed the match. I hit the guy with the Dominator, and then the shit was going nuts on the internet. And to bring that story full circle, Ron Simmons was at New York Comic Con, and Chris was actually with me for this.
Damn.
So we ended up showing him the video of me
You
hitting
gotta
the
show him
Dominator
the
on the
video.
guy, and he
reference,
acknowledged it.
for anybody that doesn't know, the Dominator was Ron Simmons or Farouk's special move. You know, like The Rock does the rock bottom, Kane did the choke slam, Undertaker does the tombstone. Ron Simmons is the Dominator. I don't know anyone else that does the Dominator except maybe Lashley. So Rob actually got to show him doing his special move, and he laughed. He was amused
He
by
enjoyed it.
He was on the phone, and Rob showed him, and he was like looking, and he
Kind of like stopped talking. He was
he
like,
stopped-
"Wow,
he,
you
like-
did that good."
he did a double take. He looked in. He's like, not bad. What did he say? He was like, the trick is to not take too many or something,
Yeah.
right? And then what'd you say to him? You were like, yeah, I don't take the moves. I just give them.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was, it was great.
You were saying you had security, and he laughed his ass off at that.
Yeah, it was so funny. Yeah, but he was cool, and that
Damn.
brings us to I got to party with a lot of those people. It was really, I let loose. On this vacation, I was just really partying every night, and I'm not usually that person. I got to say, in the last 2 weekends, I've drank more than I drank the entire collective rest of the year. And then the next weekend, it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this past weekend for New York Comic Con. And I did Thursday with Vin and Chris and one of my best friends, Brian. I know, Chris, Brian, Joe, all the people in fucking Peter's lives were actually my life. It's
Surrounded.
kind of hilarious. All I need is a Glenn. And I enjoyed that day. I was cosplaying as Peter, and then Friday came.
Hold on,
and
wait. I want to talk about that day.
All right,
I want
let's
to
talk
add
about it.
too that was my first Comic-Con. I've never been to Comic-Con.
That's
before.
right. That was your first time ever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's like anytime I find out about Comic-Con, everyone's like, "Are you going?" The tickets are already sold out. You got to get on a list to be made aware. I
Yeah,
just
the
never.
fan
list.
verification shit's a lot of rigmarole to get to the con.
Yeah, but my brother came through with a free ticket. It was pretty cool. I had a good time. But I wanted to mention, because you say that you were with me, but you can't stay with Rob too long when you're at Comic-Con, because
No.
you can't move. You can't go anywhere.
Chris, give them the
guy-
rundown of what it's like to follow me around a Comic-Con.
We'll be like, you know what? Like, Rob will be like, "You hungry? Let's go get food." And he wants to. He intends in his mind, he actually believes that we're going to go get food. And we can't even start moving yet because there's already a queue of people. And Rob is a generous guy. He doesn't charge anybody for any of the photos. He hooks everybody up. And, like, man, you're the star of the show. But you can't hang out with him for too long because you just never get anywhere.
He's the mayor of Comic Con.
He needs a handler to be like, "Come on, guys," but that then he wouldn't.
That'll
be
be me next year. I'll charge these little
That's what we
bastards
should do.
$5.
We'll have you
I'll
be
be
there
the
and be like
fucking bad
$5,
guy.
$5.
little
You know,
bastard.
yeah.
Hard work pays off, dreams come true, bad times don't last,
But bad guys do.
Hey, yo.
It was a good time though. We
Rest
saw
in
some
peace,
cool
Razor
shit there.
Ramon.
On Thursday, you met the voice for SpongeBob and Squidward.
Yes,
right?
I did. Yeah, I got to meet Tom Kenny. I got to meet Chris Sabat, who is the voice of Vegeta.
Give us a little SpongeBob Squidward.
Ay, ay, ay. Hey, Squidward, you finished with those errands? How about now? How about now?
No. that was a lot of fun. I got to do some. I got to do my SpongeBob for SpongeBob. I got to do my Patrick for SpongeBob. But ironically, the thing he was most excited about was Sergeant Slaughter, because I gave him one of my business cards. And when he flipped it over, he said, "You do Sergeant Slaughter too?" I was like, "Eddie's Aziz," and he said, "I love wrestling." He was like, "I still go to wrestling shows," and I was
Imagine-
like popped for wrestling.
Get him on the
Could you
podcast.
imagine going to like WrestleMania and
I
you
think
see
I would
the guy
die.
who did SpongeBob in the audience?
How many WrestleManias has SpongeBob been to that nobody knew about?
That's a good
That's
question.
what I want to know.
Pay-per-views in general.
That would have been amazing.
I want to acknowledge some of the comments here since I have line of sight there. Just
Mink.
some good stuff out there. Hell's friend of the show, Hell's said that poor guy's knees, Rob. He's talking about the guy who took the Dominator on the.
Well, he had knee pads, so
yeah,
and we
He-
did it on rubber.
That
We
man's got a
It was a
family.
rubberized ground. It wasn't like we were doing this on like the flat floor.
Good God
when
Almighty
you do
killed
it
him.
right, it really the Dominator isn't a move that'll hurt somebody if they land right.
I showed the guy how I did it. He knew how I do it, and
Yeah.
it was planned out. You know, we did it professionally.
Probably not the
with
worst he took.
professionals.
Adam AK says, Rob, you should have adapted and hit a shooting star press.
Yes.
Right? I
Like
should have
Brock
gorilla
Lesnar
pressed
almost
the
killed
dude.
himself.
That would go viral.
Imagine a gorilla press from Peter Griffin.
And then Adam AK also
Ultimate Warrior.
Adam AK also asks, Joe, how do you like the HS80 headset? Joe's got
Oh
a new
yeah.
gaming
So
headset.
actually, yeah. Thank you for actually suggesting that, because the Corsair headset's probably the best headset I've ever tried for gaming. It's unbelievable, and I get nothing but great feedback from people who are in a party chat with me about the microphone. The microphone is top tier. So
What system did you get? Is that for PlayStation, Xbox?
yeah, so I originally bought a SteelSeries headset for PlayStation 5, and that thing shit the bed on me in like a week.
Yeah, no, it's SteelSeries.
It was a nice headset. It sounded great, but like it stopped holding a charge and it didn't power on after a week. So I returned it and I got my money back. And then he suggested to me while we were in a party chat to go with the Corsair, and I got it, and it's awesome.
I like my
love it.
Steel Series. I got no complaints about my Steel Series.
Maybe I just got a lemon. You know what it is, what it is. But the new
I got-
headset I got's even better.
Astro C40, I love it. Actually, no, Astro A50 is what it is.
Yeah, those are the top tier Astros. Those like fucking $350 Astro.
Astro, what do you?
Hey man, when it comes to playing
George
video
Jetson
games,
stole-
sound is like
Oh,
as
absolutely.
important as being able to see shit. You know,
Absolutely.
hearing those footsteps,
100%.
definitely important. So okay, so Thursday Comic-Con, we were all together. That was fun. And also, you mentioned you were drinking. Where was that place that you had us go, Rob? The
So we went
German-
to my favorite German restaurant in Manhattan.
Fucking
It's
beer
called
hall push.
Reichenbach Hall. And
Reichenbach
Reichenbach Hall
Hall.
has really good food. Their schnitzel is really good because
Wiener
they give
Schnitzel,
you,
y'all.
they give you a
Everybody
generous
got the
portion.
schnitzel.
It's not
Schnitzel.
really greasy. It's well cooked. It's not dry. It's delicious.
Yeah, but
I
fuck
like
that.
the
Let's
Jaeger
talk about the
schnitzel.
beer that we got. That,
But the
what's
beer,
the name of that shit?
so the beer is called Schafferhofer Grapefruit
Oh my
Hefeweizen.
god, dude,
And holy shit, it's my favorite beer. In fact,
so good.
I drank 2 liters of it that night. I went
like
back
juice.
the next day and got another liter of it. And then when I came home, I found out Beer City had fucking the same
dude,
beer.
pick it up.
So I did. I ended up drinking a 6-pack of it in 2 days.
Oh well, we gotta get some more for the show.
We're gonna
man.
get some more for the show.
that shit's delicious. You know what
But
that
you know
tastes
what's
like? It
cool
tastes
is
like
I
this
posted
Pellegrino
them.
shit.
I tagged them on Instagram, and the actual official page liked and commented on the post.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
So that's really cool.
get them to
Shout out to
sponsor-
Schafferhofer.
Sponsor our show. We love that shit. Oh my
Hank
god,
Teddy.
we were drinking that like juice, dude.
Oh my God,
it's
it was
so-
it's dangerously
delicious.
Better than
delicious.
this Broken Skull American Lager. What?
I mean, yeah, because it's like it's fruity, you know, and
Fruity.
tasty, but it wasn't too fruity and tasty.
pebbles.
Bronny.
See you later, friend.
That's so
No,
good.
but we were having a good time. It was some Thursday was an awesome day. Friday I was like tired, so I didn't get to the con till like maybe I don't know, maybe 3:00. So I was pretty late on Friday, but then I had to do after parties until 2 a.m. because I did the Sexy Nerds party until 12, and then the Cosplay Club USA after party until 2 a.m. And I did a burlesque performance with the real life Lois as Loki Lois, and I was P. Thor Griffin. And I dressed like Peter Griffin with the Thor hair and helmet all day on Friday. Then Saturday, I went classic Peter again. I did the I had to go to that con that day, and I was gonna kind of like take Saturday off because I had to stay up until so late. I didn't get home until like 4 o'clock in the morning, so I really needed like rest. So that's why I got to the con so late, and I had to do another after party until 12. I did the second day of the Sexy Nerds party, which those guys are great. They're really fun parties. Music was great. They give you some drink tickets and stuff. So
Mink.
but we had a good time, and my buddy Brian actually met up with me on the Saturday night, which was cool. And
Oh, Rob.
I had a
Rob,
meet
we got
with.
Bray Wyatt live on SmackDown right now. Make it louder.
I had
You
a
gotta hear this.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, dude, it's live.
a little bit.
We're live, pal.
This is something we were going to talk about.
I ended up bumping. Well, the reason why I had to go on Saturday is I bumped into a couple of these guys that said that there were going to be a bunch of Peter Griffins the next day because they wanted to meet me. They specifically dressed up
Oh,
like
I think
Peter
I saw
Griffin,
that picture.
That was a
yeah.
wanting to meet me. So I was like, "Fuck! I guess I have to go." So I did it. I saw them. We took pictures together. We sang Surfing Bird together, and that was really funny. Did the after party. After party was epic. I drank the night away. I think I had like 5 Blue Moons and 2 shots. It was fucked. Yeah, and
Well,
then I
actually,
ended
so
up,
Rob, I want to ask a question. I don't know if you don't have to talk about it in the air if you don't. If you don't want to cover it, he's like,
what's that?
But the other guy who plays Peter Griffin, what are your thoughts on him?
I mean, he tries.
Yeah.
He does his own thing. I do my thing.
There's another Peter
real life
Griffin
Peter
impersonator
Griffin.
out there.
He doesn't call himself the real life Peter Griffin, so I don't take any issue with it.
There can
I
only
think
be
he's
one.
based out of Rhode Island, so I don't think I'll ever get a booking at Rhode Island Comic Con because it's just going to be easier for them to have him there because he lives there. But it's no loss to me. But
Because I heard that guy was talking shit about you, Rob.
was he?
I don't know. No, I'm just stirring the shit
Was
right
he?
now. I don't
Yeah,
know. He wasn't.
yeah,
I'm
we're
just
gonna have
I'm
real
just
life
stirring this
beef.
shit.
See,
He's
starting-
probably a really nice
Chris,
guy. I
Chris
shouldn't
is
do-
starting shit now.
I
Get him
shouldn't
on the
do that.
get him
He's
on the
probably a really
podcast
nice guy.
1-on-1.
Oh my god,
Griffin versus Griffin.
He's probably
off.
like, no, you're the man. You know.
Nah, it's all love. But I
Fuck that guy.
There could only be one.
it's like Highlander. I have to behead all the Peter Griffins.
We can have a
Oh my
dominator
god!
match.
Lightning comes, fucking Clancy Brown just whispering in my ear.
Peter versus Peter, and the chicken is the referee.
That would be funny. That'd be really good.
And Bray
Maybe
Wyatt
like-
got fat.
There'll be Scarface Lois.
What's his song right now?
I don't know, but he's like,
Rob, can you turn it up for 1 second? I just want to hear what his song is.
it's like white noise.
His lantern looks like when you pick up the blue flame in Sea of Thieves.
What the fuck is his song?
It's like
I
just like
can't
a
hear
It's
bunch
like a
it.
techno
it's
song.
like screaming and like I don't know.
I always thought that was cool when they made all the lanterns and shit. But I did that. Then Sunday was the day of rest.
Yes.
I needed to take off, so I did actually go to the con on Sunday. I got there actually earlier than I did the previous day. Oh, and Saturday, I was really hyped because I got to see my friends Kurt and Mark from Philadelphia. They do the Head Nerds in Charge podcast, and they were kind of like part of the inspiration for me to want to do a show because they did the show first, and they have a lot of fun with that. So shout out to the Head Nerds in Charge in Philly. And my brothers, Kurt and Mark. I love those guys. But we ended up grabbing some Ichiran ramen. And let me tell you, if you like ramen,
Ramen.
I mean, I love Slurp. Slurp will always have a special place in my heart. But Ichiran makes the best tonkatsu ramen I've ever had in my life. Hands down.
Accident dead.
And, yeah, it was cool.
It just
Why does
loud,
the
they
ring
don't
look so
smell.
small?
Sorry.
But Sunday was the day of rest. I walked around. I ended up shooting a video with my friend Ian Sinclair, who plays Brook on One Piece, and he also plays Whis on Dragon Ball Super.
Dude, I'm
What's
sorry.
up with his hair?
He's crying right now, dude. Bray Wyatt. We are live, guys. So we got
Yeah, they got SmackDown on in the background, and
Bray
Bray
Wyatt's
Wyatt's
out.
back
He's
with
like got
Julio's
tears in his
haircut.
eyes, dude. Look at him. He's crying. What What's going on, dude?
Son of
He's
the IRS.
choked up right now.
Like
He's you know, it looks like an
He
emotional
doesn't have to
promo.
be Mr. Rogers or the Fiend or any of the shit that he did. But yeah, New York Comic Con was a lot of fun. I had a good time. I was really grateful to all the fans that reached out and came to see me and take a picture and share a kind word and support me for all these years, because I've been doing this for 10 years. This New York Comic Con was my 10th year anniversary, which was really cool.
Hold on, Rob. I'm sorry. He said he lost people close to him.
Harper.
Well, yeah, Brody.
Oh.
Sorry, folks. The Bray Wyatt's
is
giving a speech.
Probably the most emotional promo I've ever seen in a long time. I mean, I've never seen somebody straight up crying in a ring. Fucking.
It's a little weird. It's almost like he's taking back the curtain and he's kayfabing in public.
Yeah.
You know?
He's like talking and he's like just choking up and like crying as he's talking.
What do the comments have to say?
Anybody else watching SmackDown right now? This is good shit. That's good shit.
That's good shit. Wow.
But
All right, well, yeah,
Comic Con was cool. I got a few other things coming up. I got November 5th. There's going to be the Cask Ale Festival at Blue Point Brewery in Blue Point, Long Island. And they're going to have an exclusive Pawtucket Patriot Ale. And that's going to be pretty cool. I've never had like my own beer before, so that's going to be pretty wild. And we're going to develop that. It's going to be like a single cask thing. It's only going to be at that event, so it's not going to be mass produced. So if you want to have Pawtucket Patriot Ales with the real life Peter Griffin, this is the one opportunity that you're going to get to have that. And and then I think in December we got something. I'm trying to work something out for Minnesota. So if I have any Minnesota fans, Minnesota.
You're a frog man, Rog. You're a frog man.
Frog man.
Rob, here's a good question
was
from
there.
Hells.
I was there.
Were there any notable costumes at the con that stuck out in your memory?
Well, my friends at the Paladins of Cosplay always have outstanding costumes, and they even got to interview Adam Savage, who was from the Mythbusters. And they always do over-the-top, sick fucking costumes, these huge armors and shit. And I have another friend, Thomas DiPetrillo, who always does the giant robots and shit.
Got another one here. Stephanie Vasquez asked, were you able to get any backstage passes to any of the panels?
I didn't go to any of the panels. I did get to meet some of the voice actors and stuff because I waited on the line the old-fashioned way. But one thing I did get lucky with was the voice actress that plays Luffy from One Piece, and Ian Sinclair, who plays Brooke on One Piece, who's a friend of mine. I happened to be right next to the Luffy statue while I was there, and I ended up snagging a selfie with them by the statue, which nobody else got. So nice. I got pretty lucky with that. Which is the right place, right time, knowing the right person. But Comic-Con was crazy. These guys... So I went to go meet SpongeBob, and that line was like an hour and a half. I waited an hour and a half to meet
almost did it.
SpongeBob.
That was the only person
Rob,
I
you
really
can
wanted
lower
to
the
meet there
TV,
on
Rob.
Thursday.
It was a lot, but he's worth it. Tom Kenny's like the fucking man. So.
Him and Squidward.
What
were
did
the
he
only-
charge, if you don't mind me asking?
It was $50.
That's,
50
that's
bucks for a
agreeable.
photo and an autograph?
It was $80 for photo and autograph.
Sheesh.
Agreeable.
Which, I mean, he's SpongeBob. And he's a really nice guy, so I wasn't opposed to it. And the honest reason why I really waited on the line, I mean, I was going to wait on it, like, anyway, but maybe if I knew it was going to be that long, I wouldn't have done it for myself. But my niece actually asked me for an autograph from SpongeBob, so I actually got that for her. I wanted to make sure that I did that. I'm a good uncle. And I haven't given it to her yet. I'm going to give it to her for Christmas because I haven't told her that I actually got it, so it's going to be cool. And I ended up, giving all these guys business cards, which was really cool. And I got some videos and footage and stuff that I wish that Vin was able to come with me all the days because he's really good at like chronicling all the shit that I do instead of me just because I'm a really interactive person. Like I don't just stand there with the phone in front of my face all the time, cataloging everything that I do.
Yeah.
I kind of like live in the moment, and I'm like almost like I think you were the one that said it, Chris. I'm like a traveling booth, really. I'm not.
Well, most people have like a booth where they're sitting and everybody's coming. And meanwhile, Rob is like, when I say a black hole, I mean it in the best way possible. And that you have a gravitational pull
I do.
where it's like people who are. That's was the thing was when Farouk and the Godfather were there. It was funny because Rob wanted to meet them. Rob was like a kid. Oh my God! He wants to meet them. He wants to show them the power
Godfather.
bomb.
I was like the whole train.
And Godfather, he was like, it seemed like he was pissed because Rob was stealing his like.
I'm
people were
not
going
sure
to
if that's
him.
true though, Chris, because
Probably
I did
not.
see. Because get this, the next day, I forgot to tell you this. The next day, I was walking into the con and he was walking out, and I was like, "Oh, Godfather!" and I pounded him, and he pounded me back. So.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
cool.
you, man, and I know you love some hoes. Love that scene when he says that to the Undertaker, and he's
love
just
that
sitting
shit.
there.
No, what
deadpan.
about fucking? Remember the Undertaker when he's like, "There ain't but wood kind of pie. Kane and I both poo-tang pie."
Yeah,
Man, you can't replace the '90s in wrestling, man. It's just it was
It's
a
just
different
nothing
time.
like it. I wanted to meet him, but
Are we segueing into wrestling? Is that the wrestling segue?
I mean, hey, yeah, we are watching right now.
SmackDown just ended, so it just went
Oh,
off
did
the
it?
air.
Woo!
Well, so obviously the biggest thing we were just watching is that Bray Wyatt is back, right? That was a pretty cool.
I mean, we haven't
entrance.
talked about wrestling on the show probably in over a month and a half or so.
Wrestling.
Yeah,
But a
and
lot of people
there's
have
been some
returned.
shit. There's been a lot of shit going on. So I mean, who else? We got Bray Wyatt's
Braun
back.
Strowman's back.
Braun Strowman's back. I always liked
Oh,
him.
is he?
Yeah. I always like Strowman. He's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
Do some
There's
crazy
not
shit.
too many of the big guys left. They kind of Brock Lesnar and
Lesnar just came back.
Gallows
Lesnar
and
came
Anderson
back,
are
and
back.
Gallows and Anderson are back. Lesnar came back and attacked Lashley.
That was
So
great.
they're setting that up. That's something people wanted to see for a while.
well, there's two big guys. They're like the two biggest guys in the business right now. And they used to pit Strowman with Rusev too, right? No, wasn't that like a pair up they used to do? all the time,
Strowman
too?
and Rusev, I don't know. Rusev is still in AEW. Apparently, he wants out. Is what the
A lot of
rumors
people
are
want
saying.
out of AEW right now. Things are not going well.
Yeah,
They were like the
Andrade.
hotbed for a while, and all these people were clinging to go to AEW. Now they just want out. I don't know what the hell Tony
Oh,
Khan's
it's the
doing
grass
over
is
there.
always greener, and it's that I've been saying from the start. They got too many people. Like, there's only so much you can take before you can only have so many bright stars in the sky before you don't see them. You know what I mean? There's too much. There's too many stars there. How do you get time?
Too many cooks.
But it's it is what it is. It ebbs and flows, and at least people have alternatives.
Ebbs and
place to
flows.
go.
We're doing another live unboxing here, folks.
What are you unboxing over there?
I'm unboxing my Roton.
Oh shit!
The thing is that's the thing that looks like a vac.
Oh, it does. It's still on. So I'm gonna. Can you hear that?
a little bit.
Oh wow! It's just
It
like
is-
the
it
click
is
from
a
years ago.
satisfying click.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just like years ago. I fucking love
You
this.
should make
thing.
an ASMR
right
where you
Oh
just
my
click
God.
that.
ASMR MOTU.
What do? They just like fucking lick their lips into the microphone?
There was this fucking girl, and she had like, I think that's kind of like when I was like, all right,
One
I'm
girl
done
has
with
like a
Twitch for a
plastic
while.
ear, and she just
There was a
licks the
girl
ear
that had
all
like
night.
a fucking, it was an ear, and she just
Yeah.
licks it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what? Like
Twitch has gotten really weird.
what the fuck is this?
Weird shit on
like,
Twitch.
this isn't even OnlyFans. I mean, you can't say simp, but you can fucking lick a microphone that looks like an ear. Like, what the fuck
Hey,
are people
Then there's like
thinking?
hot tub shit on fucking Twitch. You see
Well,
that
that's
stupid-
it's its own category,
fuck
and
is
then they were
this?
banning it, and then they're like, oh, we won't ban it because there's a
I
backlash.
can't wait for the girl that decides to lick the microphone in the fucking bathtub and gets electrocuted.
Yeah, that'll happen. We're making toast in the bathtub
Oh
today.
my god!
You know,
Buy my electrifying fucking bath water.
fuck has this world come to?
so Rob Hells has a question. He says, "Chilling with the Dragon Ball actors must have been dope. What other voices did you say that they did besides Dragon Ball?
Oh shit. Trying to think. Let's see. Because they all had like fucking posters and stuff of all different people that they did.
Right.
I mean, Chris Sabat fucking does All Might from My Hero Academia. He does the dude with the shadow sword from Black Clover. He also does Piccolo. He's not just Vegeta on Dragon Ball Z. And he does Roronoa Zoro, which is my second favorite character in all of One Piece. So that was really cool. I met Nami's voice actress from One Piece, and she does a few different voices. Krillin's voice actor does another. I mean, that's the thing about anime voice actors is you'll find that their like credit lists are insane because I don't know if it's that they have contracts where it's like, all right, well, you're signed to this company and you're not necessarily signed just to this character, and then we have needs, and then you just gonna have to come up with these voices for these other people. But yeah, you'll find that like you're surprised by some of the people that voice different. I didn't know this guy did this voice and that voice. And to be honest, with the exception of Dragon Ball Z and Super and Dragon Ball and all that shit, most of the anime I watch is in Japanese. So I didn't realize that Vegeta's voice actor plays Zoro because I watch One Piece in Japanese. They haven't dubbed it all. So when I ran out of, I don't think I even waited until I ran out of English episodes, because what I found is when I was watching Naruto, I started in English and then ran out of English episodes and then switched to Japanese, and I like the Japanese voices better. So when I started One Piece, I just started it in Japanese. But I might have to go back and listen to it in English now, just because I became friends with like half the people that are on the show.
Godspeed exacted. Some of the other comments we have here. Stephanie Vasquez says, I wanted to tell Rikishi that I love his butt moves. Yeah. I think if I told him that, he'd probably be like, dang, man, get the fuck away from me.
You really cracked a smile. And
Stink face.
Hey, man, Rikishi, man, he brought so much. That's what I wanted to tell him, is you brought so much joy to us with your ass. Just, like, you really think about the amount of joy he's brought to children and adults and everybody
First time
alike.
you said that about a man's ass.
Well, I mean, hey, am I wrong? When he
Am I wrong?
when they took
Am I
Vince
wrong?
McMahon and they shoved him up Rikishi's ass, it was the
Well, it was funny
funniest
when
fucking thing in the world.
I think it was WrestleMania and they had Pete Rose, and Pete Rose got the stink face. That was
Oh,
pretty
dude,
funny.
everybody got that.
I think the best stink face was William Regal though.
Oh well, because
Because-
William Regal has the facial expressions where
was-
he's like,
Oh
fucking,
yeah, William Regal's
he's
always
got
been
those-
fucking hilarious.
his face when Chris Jericho pissed in his tea, the facial expressions that he has were just bar none.
They added like this roll cage to the thing that wasn't on the original
The
place.
thing looks like one of those fucking, what are those vacuums called? That
It's like
like
one of the
Roomba?
rides at a
Roomba.
fucking.
It looks like an evil Roomba.
yeah.
It like makes dirt instead of like.
Looks
cleans
like
it
a
up.
bumper car or something.
But like one more time, come on. Tell me that's not like the best.
There is a
It's
satisfying
the best. It's the fucking best.
nature to that.
I'm really glad I opened it, just because I wanted to verify the click.
The click.
I had to
Click,
had to
the click,
verify
the
the click.
Back to the wrestling point. Hell says perhaps new management at WWE is offering better incentives for these AEW athletes. Word travels fast. I mean that's the thing, is a lot of those guys left WWE like real quick to go to AEW. So I mean it's only natural that there'd be like a rubber band kind of effect.
So there's a few guys who actually had like podcasts and Twitch channels and things like that, and Vince McMahon restricted them from getting supplemental income from those mediums.
Yeah, but you notice once Vince retired, now Sergeant Slaughter's G.I. Joe again.
Yeah, so I mean, Triple H undid a lot of the Vince-isms, like can't say belt, can't say wrestling, can't say this, can't say his sister's ass. So you could tell that they really responded. Like there was a tweet that WWE put out the other day, and the tweet just said wrestling. That's all it said.
Oh yeah,
And it got like millions of likes. So there's just
you
little
mean it's
things
not
in there
sports
that they're kind of undoing and just giving the audience kind of what they want. And I think that's an indicator of, you're seeing some of the more popular stars come back who got fired during the pandemic,
Karrion
like Braun
Kross is
Strowman,
great.
Karrion Kross, Bray
He's
Wyatt, Gallows and Anderson, just to name a few, as well as Johnny Gargano and his wife as well is back, Candice
LeRae.
LeRae. So a lot of good stuff coming. I'm actually really enjoyed the last pay-per-view. Extreme Rules. It was actually start to finish. It was
Every
very
one of
good.
those matches was like
very
a
good.
gimmick match. Yeah,
But it was very good.
yeah.
It was very entertaining.
I mean, even like when you're like kind of like, wow, when you're behind Sheamus, there's some shit going on in the air. You know what I mean?
absolutely,
'Cause
absolutely.
It used to be like, fuck Sheamus. He's, with Ginger. Now you're kind of like, I fucks with Sheamus.
yeah.
Fucks with Sheamus. Yeah, there was
Yeah.
some good shit. What else happened? There
I
was
think
a couple
Sheamus gets
matches.
paid to not be in the sun.
He does.
He deliberately,
Yeah.
avoid. He like.
Well, that was the
does
thing
the
with the
opposite of
Undertaker
tanning.
too. The Undertaker in the early '90s was not allowed to be in the sun. Pretty much.
It's a sin, They
It's a
really
sin.
give up
Man.
their whole lives. It's a-
You mean he's not actually
this.
dead?
right?
Oh yes.
Yokozuna, rest in peace.
Classic shit. What else? I mean, is there anything we missed wrestling wise?
We'll talk about tomorrow, man. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day for us. We're actually gonna
Oh
go.
yeah,
to,
we're gonna go to a local show that's gonna have fucking Bret Hart. So Bret Hart will make another appearance in our
Bret Hart
lives, which
for
is
the
kind of
third
wild.
time.
We'll be ringside, front row, to see Bret Hart and the Dudley Boys. I'm really excited for you guys to finally see the Dudley Boys and Chris to finally see Bret Hart. And I swear to God, if you say anything about Shawn Michaels while we're sitting ringside with Bret Hart, I will fucking put a sharpshooter. I'm just saying, don't start.
I never start. It's
You
always
start.
you.
I don't
always
start
suck
nothing.
No, I
don't
never
start
start.
nothing.
How many times this
I don't
episode
start
have you said
nothing.
fuck Shawn Michaels?
Fuck Shawn
You're a
Michaels.
little
Fuck
out.
Shawn.
You're a little out of line yourself.
Assault him a little bit.
A little bit.
Assault him a little bit. Just a little bit.
No, it'll be cool. I'm honestly,
Drinks
I'm
are
excited
on
to
the
see
house.
the Dudleys too, man. Because I met Spike Dudley.
Yeah.
I have some of his blood at
Yeah.
home, so it'll be cool
That's
to meet the
awesome.
Dudleys. And there, because Bubba actually just came back to Impact.
He did.
Yeah, so he's
Bully
doing
Ray.
stuff. That'll be cool. I don't think they've been seen together in a while. For the Dudley
It's a shame
boys.
I can't get my buddy Darnell to come because he was always the Devon to my Bubba Ray. That would have been sick if we could have gotten a picture with the four of us. But I'm still gonna get their autographs and take a picture with them because they were my childhood. They were my second favorite tag team after the Road Warriors,
Yeah, for sure.
hands down.
Absolutely.
They were great.
Devon, get the tables.
Stephanie Vasquez asked, "Did you guys meet John Cena at the last con? Was he at John Cena? Was at a Comic Con?
He was not there.
I don't think he was.
I can't imagine unless it was like San Diego or.
He might have been at
I
San
mean, maybe
Diego.
something for.
I mean, for all we
Peacemaker.
know, he could have
Yeah.
been there. Nobody can see him.
True. We met him. We didn't see him. I can't. I'm just imagine Cena would have like this ridiculous line,
Oh, absolutely.
and now he's got
Uh,
double audience with
Wasn't
Peacemaker.
The Rock at this Comic Con, or was he at San Diego for Black Adam?
Oh,
Was that San Diego that happened this year?
Oh,
'Cause-
my buddy Smoke actually just met The Rock because he was in Manhattan for the Black Adam premiere.
but he wasn't at Comic Con.
No, he was not. The
Oh,
Rock was
okay.
not
So
there.
That would've
Stephanie,
been,
Stephanie says last year she got a pick with Cena.
I actually
pretty
didn't
cool.
go to New York Comic Con last year because I was like not going to take a risk with my dad and the Rona.
Cena follows my brother Mike on Twitter. That's kind of cool.
That's
I
funny.
think he follows a lot of people like Sarge does, but
Sarge follows everybody.
yeah, Sarge has
but,
like
but Sarge doesn't just follow people. Like he comments to them. Like he's super interactive.
He's the
with
man.
fans.
He's so
He's the man.
nice. Yeah, with-
Sarge is one of my favorite
Yeah.
people in the world. He's like, they say don't meet your heroes, but I'm really glad I get to meet him because he just lives it up. He's good to his fans, and he's just a humble, super nice guy.
see,
I
I don't
never
know.
expect him to be such a soft-spoken guy, but it's really funny.
For me, see, I'm not like you, Rob, where like I could walk up to some famous person and like, oh, cool, what does this guy got to say? Like I go up to these guys like, all right, what the fuck do you want? Pay me, goodbye. You know what I mean? I feel like when
a
I meet famous
transaction.
I
people,
offer an
it's very
experience to people.
transactional.
That's it.
You have the benefit that you're entertaining, and I mean I am too after a fashion, but I'm not. That's not immediately obvious when I walk up. You walk up and you already got a joke, and they're
when you
laughing.
walk up, they're
It's-
like, "That's fucking
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi."
He's
like,
known.
fuck
He has a
this guy.
platform.
Yeah, he's got
You
platform.
wouldn't been
he's
able
known.
to talk to him if he wasn't on.
It's the platform.
You wanted to be on TV.
You wanted to be on
Yeah,
TV.
that's right. I wanted to be on TV. That's why I'm not unknown. People can't mess me like if I'm an unknown.
You could have had the food and beverage job.
You're gonna fucking spectacle yourself.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I almost avoid meeting famous people now.
You met Mick
because
Foley recently.
I
though.
met Mick Foley, and that was kind
Actually,
of cool.
just
But
saw him
even that
again,
kind
and
of felt
I
a
said
little.
hello to him.
It's weird. I mean, even when I met Brett, it was just weird. Like I kind of like.
There's nothing I
It's
can
like
say to them
something-
that they haven't heard before.
Probably.
You know, like,
Probably.
oh, thank you, you're the best,
Yeah,
and then they're
agree.
like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know,
Pay
like,
me.
Just go up to him and be like, when you poop in your dreams, you poop for real.
if I say that, it doesn't work. That's something only you can get away with.
That's it. He's dead.
Imagine
That's
you
his-
just go
that's
up to
Rob's
Bret
go-to
Hart, you're
line.
just like, when you poop in your dreams. Like, what does Bret Hart say in that situation?
He probably would laugh,
shake
dude.
his
Bret
head.
Hart is a
He'd be
cartoon
like, what the
drawer.
fuck is this guy talking about?
You should say that to fucking Bubba.
Oh, my God. When you poop in your dreams, you probably fucking
definitely
put
say
me through a table.
If you say that to fucking Bubba, I'll die. I'll fucking die.
Oh, my
See if
God.
we get
Put
close
me through a
enough.
table.
Are you
kidding?
going to go in regalia, or are you going as
Oh,
the
man.
real life
If I
Rob
go as Peter
Franzese?
Griffin, it's going to be super distracting to the show.
Go as
and they're gonna
Peter,
kick
you'd have to
my
go as
ass.
Sarge.
Fuck that. Go as Peter. See what you can get.
What am I going to get?
It's fucking Halloween. We might even go
I'm
to a
gonna get my
Halloween.
ass through a 3D. That's
Hell
what-
yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
But-
I would fucking take a 3D.
That'd be fucking amazing.
That would be
To a
so
table?
sick. If I got to go through a table from fucking Devon and Bubba Ray, are you fucking kidding me? It's like
I'd do it.
I would take a broken arm for that. Shit, that would be ultimate. You'd have to get that on film.
Definitely.
Oh
record
yeah,
it.
100%.
That shit would go
We'll see.
so
Maybe
viral.
maybe we can just mention that, like, hey, Peter Griffin
Hi,
wants.
can
he
you
wants
can
to
you
do
can
a
you
job.
3D me through this table?
He's willing to
Wait,
do
wait.
the
Let me
job.
set it on fire first.
That'd be great.
Hey, you never know,
Crazier
man.
than that time I had a 3D.
Well, no, but you
Bubba
never
Ray.
know, man, because like that, like something like that can happen to go viral. Like, look at that Luigi Primo guy.
Yeah.
Look up Luigi Primo. He's like this.
His brother Mario Primo's more
Well, no, but
popular.
so that's the thing. His gimmick is he's a pizza guy. He literally he spins pizza dough.
Oh my
And
God.
he's like
wrestler.
making a pizza in the middle of the match, and they're like trying to attack. Yeah, dude, it's funny as fuck. Look it up, pizza
Wait, I think
wrestler.
I did see that shit.
They're trying to like get him, and he's like fucking under the leg, and like then he like throws the dough in their face. And then Tony Khan signed him. He's in AEW now.
You're going as Peter Griffin. Sold.
I don't want to go as Peter.
You're fucking doing it.
I think you should go as Sarge. Be going.
No.
No.
We want Peter.
Yeah, but Bret Hart's already
Peter.
seen Peter.
Yeah, but the Dudleys have it.
Peter,
didn't
but
care.
Peter Griffin has no place in a wrestling. I mean unless you want
Unless there's a giant chicken.
Unless he does the Dominator
Joe,
to
what if he
somebody
dresses
else.
the chicken?
Oh, Sweet has to dress as a chicken. I'm too big to be a chicken.
Yeah,
mean,
but I got
it's a
an,
giant chicken.
yeah, but I got
It's
an
not
XL.
a
I got
5'8" chicken. It's a
I got a big
5'9".
size
Oh,
costume.
so wait. You just say 5'8"?
5'8", 5'9". I don't fucking know.
You're 5'7.5.
I'm not 5'7", and a half, you dumb fuck.
We fucking established
We
this
whipped
already.
out the fucking measuring
We got
tape
fucking
already. I'm 5'9".
What? 5'9"? Yes,
Cocksucker.
5'9" with boots on a carpet.
5'9". We measured.
Get the fuck out of here, 5'9".
stupid
If you're
fuck.
5'9", I'm 6'8".
That's
6'8".
not-
There's no fucking way you're
5'9".
I'm taller
That's
than
not
all
even,
yous, and I'm
that's not
6'1".
even
There's
tall.
no way
That's
you're
the
5'9".
average American male height. That's not even saying
average
I'm
height
6
for
foot
short
tall.
man.
I'm
Average is
5'9",
5'10", isn't it?
175 pounds.
Soaking wet with a brick in your pocket.
Yeah, well, I got a fucking brick in my pocket for you, you prick. I can break it off for you. You sons of bitches. Act like I'm saying I'm 6 feet tall. I'm 5'9". That's literally average.
Chris is
I'm
4'11".
Hey guys, I'm average. No, you're not.
No, I'm
Fucking
just
stupid bastard.
you're not
Fucking
5'9".
depth
Chris
perception.
is 4'11".
Yeah, I'm fucking Rey Mysterio over here.
You're definitely not 5'9". I'm sorry.
5'9".
No way.
I don't think you understand how average height 5'9"
I'm
is.
not, we're not the
Are you,
Joe,
wait,
how
hold
tall
on.
are
Are you
you?
saying I'm short?
Joe, how tall are you?
I'm not short. I'm average, bro.
Joe, how tall are
Average
you?
height.
6'1.5", 6'2".
Yeah,
You're not
compared
6'2".
to you.
You're shorter than me. I'm 6'1".
I'm not shorter than you.
Yes, you are.
Get the fuck out of here.
This guy's
Yeah,
got
wait.
body. You got body dysmorphia. That's what it is.
It's dysmorphia.
You think you're too small. That's why you're fucking. You think everything's too small.
You're not 5'9". We
I'm
measured.
5'9", bro.
We got the-
Get the goddamn tape measure. I'll whip it out. You can measure my dick, and you can measure how
Your
fucking
dick's
tall I
definitely
am.
not 5'9".
Wow.
Your
Yeah.
dick was 5'9", you wouldn't be sitting here.
You wouldn't be wearing pants.
You would be sitting next to a life-size dick.
That's not a belt.
This show took a wrong turn.
Dropping viewers. They don't want to
That's it.
see.
Now we're down to
fucking
2 people.
petty
Good job.
squabbles.
Down to 5'7".
Get shorter in the telly.
Oh shit!
Fuck. But any TV news? I finally finished She-Hulk. I know you guys haven't finished it yet.
I haven't even started.
I watched the first 2 episodes. I haven't gotten back into it. I haven't touched Andor yet. I'm probably gonna binge watch
Neither have
Andor. I did watch all of Cobra Kai. I did watch the Dahmer show on Netflix. I did watch Legacy of the Los Angeles Lakers on Hulu. That was
How
phenomenal.
gratuitous is that Dahmer? Is it like, do you like fucking go to bed like fucking questioning what the fuck, or was
Depends
it...
if you're a pussy or not.
Oh, but I the older I get, I can't watch morbid shit. Like if I'm seeing like fucking heads and shit, I can't fucking deal with intestines being fucking falling out. I don't want to see that shit anymore. I'm too old for that. No, listen, I was forged in the internet days where I watched a guy get beheaded on the internet. I've seen
everybody
people
saw
get
the woman get
everyone's
beheaded
seen
with the knife. Come on.
Yeah, the guy who cut his dick off. There's all horrible shit I've seen in my life.
Cut your dick off, dude.
There's nothing I need to see again that I
Threatened
haven't seen.
castration.
But is
Yeah,
it?
but we'll voluntarily
The
watch House of
show
Dragons where
is
uncles and
very
nieces
good.
are fucking each other.
It's
fucking
made
ridiculous.
very, very well. Very, very good acting. There are parts where it's disturbing.
Yeah.
There's also parts where it protects the actual victims, because it could get more. I thought the show was a little tame in terms of they talk through a lot of the stuff that he does, and you don't really get to see it. So it's not gonna give you nightmares at night. Sweet.
Well, I don't want them to glorify this cocksucker. That's
Well,
the thing that
I,
I don't.
mean, that's what they do to all the serial
they
killers.
do that.
If you go on fucking Netflix, there's Dahmer, Gacy, and Ted Bundy,
Yeah.
and then there's tapes of like live tapes of them talking and shit like that.
There's people who are super like Vin's dad
Dave,
is super into murder.
Charles
shit.
Manson, all them.
Yeah,
fucking
they've
nut
already
jobs.
been glorified through fucking hell and back. Dude,
Well, that's the
so-
thing, man. Like, all right,
That's
we all
just-
know
that's
about
just-
the
that's
Zodiac
just-
killer, right?
Yeah.
Do we know the name of any of these people's victims? Because we make stars out of the murderers.
Right.
We don't know the names of any of the victims.
We don't.
You know,
We don't.
It's a fucking travesty. But I was thinking about watching that, but I don't know.
Well, that's
man.
one of the things that this show does a little bit differently is they actually put care into the victims. So I think that
I heard a lot of the victims were mad at the show, though.
I mean,
yeah, that's-
anybody's going to be mad when you're showing like your family member getting killed or talking about that getting killed. Like it's tough. It's tough to deal with. It's tough to talk about. So
The kid
if
from
you're
American
into
Horror
serial
Story.
killer stuff, I would say watch it. If you're not, don't watch it. It's
The kid from American Horror Story plays him, right?
right. Yeah, Evan Peters.
I actually met him once.
Evan Peters.
Yeah, he was at Dragon Con one year with a bunch of the American Horror Story people when there was the Freak Show
Yeah.
season, and all very nice people. Yeah.
But the big TV show that we've all been watching and we're all caught up is House of the Dragons, and for me, it's been phenomenal. It's been nothing short of phenomenal. I am hooked.
Yeah.
I am all in hooked.
How are you like compared to your feelings towards like Game of Thrones? How do you like? Are you happy that do you feel it redeemed that shitty season, or at least was able it makes it so we can move on from it?
So I wouldn't say that the season was shitty. There were shitty parts, and the
Like,
shitty parts were very, very glaring, and they stuck with you more than the good parts. So, like when you think back in hindsight about that last season, season 8, you think about the shitty parts because they were so glaring that you couldn't like unsee them or not talk about them. And I know that there was a whole fucking darkness shit again with the TV being dark. I just think people who
outta
have a
here
really
with that
dark
shit.
TV have a really fucking shitty TV.
Honestly,
You know,
you need
though,
to go
that
fuck
whole
yourselves.
Listen,
this
fucking-
latest episode
Yeah.
was super fucking dark with the whole dragon shit.
Really, even on your OLED that we got.
I could not see
There
fucking
you go.
Bob,
anything.
you're the
And he
first
has a great
real
TV.
person that I've heard
He has
of.
a great TV, so
I
you
couldn't
can't
see
say
a
that now.
fucking
We'll have to
That's it.
watch this
Here it
together.
goes.
Did you
Until
watch it
the
the lights
dragon-
on?
That's it. That's
Until
it.
the dragon was rearing up to blow the fire, I couldn't see anything in that entire scene.
You need to
I
adjust-
didn't know
you need to
who
adjust
was
your
there,
settings.
what
I have
was
the-
going
I have
on.
the same TV. I saw it fine. You need to
I
adjust.
thought
don't know what
Rhaenyra
is
was
going
running
on
through
in
the
the
sand.
world.
It turned out to be the fucking kid. I had no idea what was going on.
See, I saw it perfectly.
go.
I loved it. I was like, wow, what a great episode. I woke up the next day and I opened Twitter
Yeah.
and I see all these fucking bitches
Yeah.
complaining that they couldn't see
I'm
anything.
going to complain that, number one, shows are way too fucking dark, and I'm not blaming just House of Dragons. It seems that anybody that's editing these fucking TV shows these days, they don't know how to fucking balance light, and they don't know how to balance fucking sound.
Nah, dude,
Because
the
you know how
TV
fucking
settings.
tiring it is every time I'm watching a show and the fucking music's blaring, the whole fucking house is shaking, and you lower the volume, and then they're talking like this, and I can't fucking. I'm like, and then you gotta fucking make it louder, and then fucking explosions,
There's
and
a
my
setting
fucking
for that
eardrums.
now.
It's fucking ridiculous. Why the fuck can't these cocksuckers balance fucking sound? Jesus fucking
No,
Christ.
You know, it's like when
For
you.
years.
It's not. You know when when the commercial comes on and it's like 10 times louder than the TV
Oh, News
show
12
was.
is the fucking worst with that shit.
We'll be back to News 12.
And the fucking fence company that were selling his shit. Get the fuck out of here. They do that shit on
They're
purpose.
fucking selling patio furniture at
Cocksuckers.
17 fucking thousand decibels.
Oh man.
No, I mean,
Well,
I
we
think
got- we
you're-
got
But it's
two
all within
episodes
one
left,
show.
you
That's
know?
the thing. At least it's a commercial compared to the news thing. It's all in one show. And it's every fucking show that does this. Like my father. My father's upstairs watching shit. The fucking ceiling's shaking when there's an explosion. But then when they're talking, you don't hear shit.
yeah, it's too much of a range from the most quiet to the.
If there's a
most loud.
setting that fixes that, you gotta fucking show it to me because Jesus
There are-
fucking
yeah,
Christ,
yeah, there's
I can't keep
something that,
living like this.
Yeah,
I'll be
You gotta
fucking
watch the
sleeping. It sounds like
subtitles.
9/11's happening outside. It's like, what the fuck happened?
Whoa, too soon? No, it's not.
Jesus
too soon.
Christ.
Oh man.
yeah, no.
What
I don't
the
know,
fuck
man.
happened? Oh, my father's watching some shit.
That wasn't even the last episode. That was the second to last episode. The last
we got two
episode
left.
was fucking. Now we got 2 left. Hey man, I gotta say to start. I mean to start too. R.I.P. King Viserys.
Yeah,
Paddy
Viserys. I liked
Constantine's-
him. You know, even
his
though he looked like the
depiction-
Phantom of the
Fucking
Opera. at
he's
the
the
end.
he's the focal
Dude,
point.
he
of the
wasn't
whole
even
show.
like in the books. Like he's almost like the character of Viserys. There's not much character. He actually apparently George R. R. Martin like texted the actor Paddy Constantine or Cosentine, however you say it.
Betty.
And he told him, "Your Viserys is better than my Viserys."
Yeah, see, I saw
which
that.
is cool. So that made
Honestly, he was a really great fucking actor. You really believed he was like dying and shit. Like,
so much
So
more.
I
depth.
never read the books, so seeing that scene and seeing that like evolution to him really becoming a decrepit, like decaying like a king. There's a portion of the game Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
such a good game.
That has a king that also is like dying like that. So you can kind of tell that all these video game makers and developers take so much from George R. R. Martin's work. It's ridiculous because like verbatim the storyline is exactly what House of the Dragon storyline is getting over the throne and getting like a new king put into place and
Everything's been done before.
Yeah,
though,
but
because
it's
even
just
George
like-
R. R. Martin drew from Tolkien and all
yeah,
these
but this
other
is
guys,
done
so-
really
history.
really fucking well. It's really well.
But the thing is, in the books, like they don't even really explain his sickness. Like
Well,
they,
actually, the actor did come out and say that he was suffering from a form of leprosy.
yes, yeah, a Westerosi form of it. I mean, like they say he's sick and he dies when he dies, but they don't really talk too much. He doesn't talk too much about it. Like it's not like in the show where
He gave
he's
a
got
richness
this-
to like almost a nameless character, which is cool.
Yeah, and I mean now, so the big thing is that he was confusing Rhaenyra and Alicent, and Rhaenyra was asking him about the prophecy,
yeah.
and then later on, way after everything in his babbling, I'm gonna sneeze.
All over the fucking place.
Bless.
Shit.
All over the place.
Hey. All right.
There it is. Let
But-
it out, baby.
But so
Oh boy.
he thinks he's talking to Rhaenyra and he's talking to Alicent about the prophecy.
Yeah.
So that's gonna set up the
So
whole.
that the thing, Alicent in the books, you're just like fuck her. She didn't obey his wishes. But now it's like it's all a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Granted, she was kind of hearing what she wanted to hear.
She was.
She's just like, oh, our son, yeah.
So,
yeah,
Aegon,
And it's
yeah.
like, bitch, you're connecting these dots maybe intentionally, but maybe not. It's
an eye for an eye.
oh, dude, an eye for an eye, a son for a son. You'll see what I mean when I say that soon enough.
So my
coming.
only worry is that we'll get to the 10th episode and it'll leave in like a giant fucking cliffhanger and we'll have to wait a
will.
year.
It'll have to.
But
be.
I want some finality to something. I want the story that they're telling in this season to be somewhat closed. I don't want to leave it to where it's like, oh, I have to wait another fucking
Oh,
year.
No, it's.
But
gonna
I mean,
be
he
that.
said that this is going to take like 4 seasons of 10 episodes each to tell the whole story.
Well, so here's the thing.
Here's an unpopular opinion, though. I'm enjoying Rings of Power
Uh-oh.
more than House of the Dragons.
Oh, here's putting
I haven't
fire.
even started
There
it.
is.
I haven't
Why
started
wouldn't
it.
you start? You never watched Lord of the Rings.
I know.
Well, honestly,
Disgusting.
it doesn't matter if he watches Lord of the Rings because
It matters.
he'll enjoy it more because he's not
No.
going to have preconceived notions about the story. So when he watches this, it's going to be all new to him. He's not going to say, "Oh, well, I recognize this name and that name, and I know what happens." Like it's all going to be fresh to him.
Well, what
This
should
is
I
a
watch
prequel
first?
show.
Should I watch
Lord
Rings
of the
Power?
Rings.
Should I watch Rings of Power first, or should I
No.
watch Donnie Brasco?
Donnie Brasco.
Yeah.
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 Well, Donnie Brasco is a one and
We'll
done.
do a whole
I-
fucking episode.
I
on
watched Donnie
Brasco if you
Brasco
fucking
once, and I
watch
never
it.
feel like I need to
It's
watch
a
it
real
again.
story, though.
I know.
yeah.
I
I
watched
know
it
he was a real
multiple times.
guy.
It's so good. You only watched it once, right, Rob?
That's it. I only have to watch it once. That fucking Batman movie was shit. I'm sorry. Fucking, I gave
we
that
enjoyed it.
cocksucker Pattinson all the fucking chances that he fucking deserved.
We're going back like 25 episodes.
I know.
You
The
rated
fucking
it pretty
first
high,
episode.
if I
We did
remember
rate it pretty
correctly. We
fucking
liked
high.
it.
I like the investigative parts, but the fact that they kept playing fucking emo music over and over in the fucking movie,
Nirvana.
that it was literally emo Bruce Wayne. I hated his Bruce Wayne. I hated it.
It's a modern day.
I hated it.
You know.
It wasn't even modern day. It was fucking shit day. It was fucking. Go back to the fucking drawing board. Should have made him a badass, you stupid fucks. Yeah. Oh, I'm afraid to jump off
He
the
was a
building
bad
with
dude. He
Vipers.
fucking like injected himself with fucking
Batman doesn't need that
adrenaline.
shit. Batman is naturally deadly. I want to
Adrenaline.
fucking
Yeah.
hear
But
it.
hey,
my
that's pretty
soul.
cool if he's fucking shooting himself up with
He's
fucking
fucking shooting
adrenaline.
himself up at roids and going nuts, and he's fucking
Like the Ultimate Warrior.
stupid. No.
House of the
not my
Dragon, though,
Batman.
shit, man. Fuck. Yo, actually, what I will say too is usually the second to last episode of Game of Thrones is always the most crazy. And here's
Yeah.
the thing: the shit really starts hitting the fan once Viserys dies. Which
Yeah. Oh, it's
obviously
going to be a power struggle now.
spoilers. Fuck you. You had a week. He's dying. He's dead.
He's dead. That's
They-
what he's
Oh,
dead.
they
Joe
said
Prano's in the comments.
They said R.I.P. So,
What's up, Joe?
shit's about to really hit the fan now because this is
So as a,
gonna force the issue.
I mean, what do you spend $200 on those tickets to go see George R.R. Martin? Why don't you talk us through that?
Oh yeah, so there's an event in New York City that it's I forget where exactly it's being held, but
Beacon
it's
Theater.
no, it's like some symphony theater or something like that. It's some place where they play, I guess, like orchestras or something. But it's Neil Gaiman, who's another really big author, like huge, wrote tons of shit. The Sandman, I think, is current right now.
Yeah, that was
American
actually a really
Gods.
good show. I enjoyed that. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah. In fact, the guy was there at New York Comic Con.
And this is like the first season of it, right? It's like a new show.
Exactly. I don't know if they haven't greenlit a second season yet, but I hope they do.
So Neil Gaiman is going to be doing a panel with George R.R. Martin talking about Targaryens.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
Are they doing an autograph signing? Or are they just-
everybody that if you get a ticket, you get an autographed book. He's coming out with a new
by
book.
both of them, or just?
I think it's just George R.R. Martin, but it's an autographed book from George R.R. Martin. Just for
pretty
getting
cool.
a ticket. So I bought 5 tickets, 4 of which are already claimed. I mean, if you guys are interested, I didn't think you'd want to go, but you could still get tickets. We could all go.
How much are they?
It was like $100 a ticket
That's it. Oh, that's not bad.
and you get an autographed book. I mean, I've always wanted George R.R. Martin's autograph. So, and they're going to be talking about
Are you gonna ask him
Targaryens.
when the
What's
fuck
the
he's
date
gonna
on it?
finish his book?
What's that?
What's the date?
It's October 22nd or so. It's coming up. I'll look it up. I'll tell you
That's
after
right
the
after
show.
my birthday.
But it should be pretty cool.
Till next Saturday. Speaking of
What day
which,
of the week it
this
was.
coming Thursday, a special someone on the podcast is turning, 34?
34.
That's it. CB34, Rob's
new high
34th
score.
birthday. So next Friday, we're going to have a birthday celebration. Hopefully, Vin will be back in the studio, and all 4 of us will be back in the first time since, I think, mid-September. We'll have a little birthday cake for Rob, and we'll have a little bit of a celebration. We're also coming close to the 1-year anniversary of us getting together and do this podcast. So
Yeah, it's
we want to
insane.
thank all the fans who have tuned in week after week, watched all of our videos, liked and commented and subscribed to all of our posts and videos and all of our social media. Our TikTok recently exploded. We're over 1,100 subscribers on TikTok.
Nice.
YouTube is kicking ass right now. We're at 640 subscribers on YouTube as we climb towards that monetization goal of 1,000 subscribers. So not bad for a first year of just getting together and throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, and I mean, it's all the people in the comments too that have been here. Hell's Adam,
Tricky Ricky, even though he's not here right
from
now.
the dungeon,
From the dungeon.
Exacted.
Dungeon.
There's gonna be somebody that we didn't mention that's gonna take umbrage with us. Steven, appreciate all you guys for always being here.
Deep bias,
Steffi,
baby.
welcome. And yeah, you did mention that. We should say before we log off too. Joe did say that Pattinson should have played Terry McGinnis, and it should have been Batman Beyond with Keaton as old Bruce.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I would like to see Keaton as old
It's a good,
Bruce.
right? It's a good
I
assessment.
think we were supposed to see that with the Flash movie, but then they pulled it, right? Or
that
are they
what it
still
was?
doing the Flash
I
movie?
think they're still doing it. I think they're still coming out.
Ezra Miller went off the deep end, so
Well, he's coming back. Anyway, Joe set us up for the end, but yeah, we appreciate you guys. Let us know what type of stuff that you would like to see us talk about or see us do. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Rob, you know what to say. You know how to bring us out.
I want to thank everybody for the 10 years of the Real Life Peter Griffin fans. You guys are all amazing. I want to thank everybody that came out to see me at New York Comic Con and Bonsai Con and any of the fans that I have across the country. You guys are all beautiful. I love that you guys engage in the show and that I have a weekly outlet to talk to you guys directly. But if you love the show, please tell your friends. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Snoochie Boochies, and may the force be with you.